be a seamless connectivity has to be taken place for this mobility
This
management
call is now being recorded.
and radio resource management. Serving gateway that should be connected to the other end of the user. Packet data network to carry the respective packet of data that can be considered for this PDN gateway. Home subscriber service, it has to check almost all the information, almost all the users that has to be used by the particular network. Policy and charging rule function, the main functionality of this policy and charging rule function is to user is having the which plan he is having, the postpaid or prepaid, everything has to be considered over here. We have studied this. And next point is LTE channels. The LTE channels are nothing but we have already studied the GSM channels. We have already studied GSM channels. Those GSM channels has to be repeated over here. In that GSM channels, we are having the two main channels that is divided into two main channels. One is a logical channel, second is physical channel. Physical channel and logical channel. But in the LTE channels, we are using one more channel that is of transport channel. What is the main functionality of transport? What is the function of this logical? What is the function of this physical? The logical channel is nothing but logic. Logic is nothing but what? You are using your mind. That is what the concept of logic. The logic is what information has to be transmitted. What information has to be transmitted. That is what the functionality of logical. The transport channel, how you are transporting the particular information, how the information will be transmitted. That is the functionality of transport. Transport is nothing but you have to carry one signal from one data to another data. That is you are carrying the data from one place to another place. That is what transport. You are transporting the particular information. That is the functionality of transport channel. How information will be transmitted. And last is physical channel. In this physical channel, physical is nothing but we are moving. You are moving from different locations. The physical channel is where data has to be transmitted. Where the data has to be transmitted. That is over the air interfaces. And we are sending the actual information of the data. We are sending the actual information of data. And this is what the concept, the explanation of what are the channels we are using. One is logical, second is transport, and third is physical. Logical is what information has to be transmitted. Second, transport, how the information has to be transmitted. The physical is where data has to be transmitted over the air interfaces. So that we are having the two channels, mainly the logical and physical channel. This logical channel is already we have studied it, that in GSM channels. The logical channel is in downward direction, and this logical channel has to be divided into again the two types. One is control channel and second is traffic channel. Control channel and second one is traffic channel. And this traffic channel is having the two main channels, that is of dedicated traffic channel and second one is multicast traffic channel. The traffic channel, the main functionality of this traffic channel has to carry data in a user plane. We are using the two planes. One is user plane, second one is control plane. What is the function of this user plane? The user plane function has to do the connectivity. The connectivity function has to be done, carrying the signal. That function has to be done by this user plane. The main function of this control plane, the control plane is to connected. After connection, all the process has to be before connection, all the process has to be done. That function has to be carry signaling messages in controlling plane. That functionality has to be done in this control channel. This control channel is having mainly 5 types of channels. First is broadcast control channel. Second one is paging control channel. Third is common control channel, dedicated control channel, and last is multicast control channel. These are the main 5 types of different types of channels we are using: broadcast, paging, common, dedicated, and multicast. So what are the main function of this? You already seen this broadcast. Broadcast is nothing but what? Always our mobile is in broadcasting through the BTS, that is bit transceiver station. BTS is always accessing our mobile with the some of the channels. Those channels are nothing but what? Broadcast channel and paging channel. Without this broadcast channel and paging channel, we can't access the network. Without this broadcast channel and paging channel, we can't access the network. So you have to take care that the broadcast channel and paging channel must be there for accessing the network. And common control channel, the common control channel has to be done by this common control channel is having different types of channels. One is synchronization channel, dedicated control channel. We are getting this synchronization is nothing but it has to synchronize with the different BTS. Once all the BTS has been done, when also the BTS has been synchronized, there should not be any problem for any of the accessing the network. That the care has to be taken by this common control channel. And the next, dedicated control channel. What is dedicated? The channel has been dedicated to the respective user once he has requested the service. Once he has to request service, the dedicated control channel has been released. When it is released, the MSC, that is Mobile Switching Center, has to check all the information of the user, where he is coming, where he is located, where is which data he is having, which network he is having. Almost all the functionality has to be done by this dedicated control channel, that is DCCH. Once all the information has been done, that been correct, the dedicated control channel has been released. Last, multicast control channel. When this channel has been required, the multicast control channel is required. When your communication has been start, you are doing the conferencing of the calls by different people's number of people you are getting in conference call. So at that time we require this multicast control channel. So these are some of the 5 different types of control channels we are using and 2 different types of traffic channels we are using. Okay. And next, the broad I got a call, sorry. So it will disconnect immediately. The broadcast control channel has been divided into 2 types. One is the master information bit and second one is system information bit. Master information bit and system information bit. What is the master information bit? The master information bit has a fixed information. It has a fixed information that is of 24 bits. 24 bits it is having the master information bit. The assembly has to be taken care by this master information bit. The bandwidth has been cleared. The bandwidth is fixed. What is the configuration? What is the pitch configuration we require? That is also fixed. What is the frame number we required? How much is the frame numbers we require? We require 1 frame, that is of total 8 times what we require for 1 frame. And the number of antennas we require, that is of total 10. If you want to increase this, we can increase the number of antennas also. Okay. And the time period required for this master information bit is of 40 milliseconds. The time period required for this master information bit is of 40 milliseconds. The master information bits, there should not be any variable in this. If you want to take any variable, that should be there will be variation in the number of antennas. If the number of antennas will be increases, we can provide more and more services to the subscriber. That is to be taken care by this master information bit. The system information bit. What is the system information bit? The system information bit has to be taken care by this MSC, that is Mobile Switching Center. The system information bit, instead of this in the LTE architecture, that has to be taken care by this MME, Mobility Management Entity. Instead of MSC we are using in GSM, but LTE we are using MME, that is mobility management entity. This mobility management entity has to take care by this system information bit. This system information bit, the main functionality, the number of system information bits has to be allocated to the different networks. And these all those network has to be taken care by this system information bit. The system information bit, what is the responsibility? It has to take the initial attachment, means initial connection. Before the initial connection, what are all the function has to be done? The mobility, there should be a seamless connectivity, and this system information bit has to be divided into different number of bits. This system SIB1, SIB2 up to SIB8. The SIB1, that is the system information bit, has to be used for a selection of a cell. Has to be used for selection of a cell. Different cells has to be selected. Which cell we are using, which cell we are in a particular location, that functionality has to be done by first SIB. It has to do the type approval code, that is TAC. Type approval code, that is nothing but where we are going to assemble the particular mobile, where you are going to assemble the particular SIM cards, that has to be taken care by this SIM. And cell ID, which cell we are using, which network we are using, which area of the location we are using, that is a function of system information bit 1. And system information bit 2, that has to be taken care by this user equipment. User equipment is nothing but you are started using the smartphones random access channel. Means once you start accessing the network, we require one of the channel that is called as a random access channel. After that random access channel, after the random access channel, the one of the channel has been required, that is a dedicated control channel, that is of DCCH. And paging information has to be taken place. The paging is nothing but the broadcast, the brief message has to be introduced. The brief message has to be sent, that has to be used by this paging information. And initial transaction power, how much is the transaction power at the initial stage, how much is the received power at the final stage, that has to be taken care by this SIB2. And in SIB3, we are using the intra cell. Intra is nothing but we are moving for different MSCs. We are moving to the different states. We are moving the different states. We are not in a particular locations. That information has to be stored in SIB3. Different in a one network, there are a different number of systems are to be provided. In that system, all the functions has to be stored. All the functions has to be monitored. And remaining system information bit from 4 to 8, what are all the information bits has to be stored is SIB4 is nothing but we are using the same frequency band. We are using the same frequency band for 2 base BTSs. We are using the same frequency band for 2 BTS. Means what? If you are using the same frequency band is not, the user is moving in the same location, there should not be any handoff has to be taken place. There is no need to allocate the new channel to that particular user. Meaning is what? He is moving in a same location. He is operated in a same frequency band, 1800 band or same for 1800 band. He has given for a that the same frequency band is using and is moving in the same locations. There should not be required any handoff. If you cross that particular cell, then the handoff has been required. The new channel has been required. If he is moving in the same location, if he is moving on the same cell, so new channel has not been required. That is going to monitor by this SIB4. And SIB5, the operation of this SIB4 is cell reselection. Cell reselection is nothing but handover. If the cell is not going to provide the better handoff or handover to the particular user, immediately there should be a reselection of a cell has to be taken by immediately by system SIB5. And this SIB5 is operated on different frequency band. It is operated on different frequency band. He is going to hand over a particular call to other base station. The one base station is operated in one frequency, and the second base station is operated in a different frequency. So that has to be taken care by this handover function has to be taken care by this SIB 5. And for SIB 6, in this SIB 6, there should be a better synchronization. There should be a better synchronization between the 4G or 3G. Okay, if you are using the 4G LTE, due to some network problem, it will ask for 3G also. If you are moving for a 3G, you can operate for 3G also. That is UMTS. We are using one of the technique for that is what? Universal Mobile Telecommunication System. Universal Mobile Telecommunication System. That is for SIB 6. The information for reselection to UMTS, Universal Mobile Telecommunication System. There should be a 4G or we are using for a 5G also. That is using for a 3G also. That is to be taken care by this SIB 6. And for SIB 7, the SIB 7 we are using for 4G and we are using for GSM second generation. There should be a reselection. You can move immediately from 2G to 4G also. That has to be taken care by this SIB 7. There should be a plan. There will be a plan here taken place. If you are using 2G or 3G or 4G, that has to be different plans are there. If you want to activate for 2G to 3G, 3G to 4G, there should be a selection operation has to be taken care by this SIB 7. And this paging control, the paging control is taken place. Which paging control has to be taken place? That is of mobility management entity. The mobility management entity, that is MME, is responsible for the initiation of LTE. Means what? For the initial connection of any of the network, for the initial connection of any user, that has to be taken care by this mobility management entity. The mobility management entity is responsible for the initiation of the network or initial for the network. That has to be taken care by this paging control channel. That has to be taken care by this paging control channel. Okay, got it? What is the main function of this everything? So LTE, that is 4G LTE channels, they are repeated. That is of mainly we are using the 3 channels. One is the logical channel, second is transport channel, and third one is physical channel. For logical, what information has to be transmitted? For transport, how we are going to transport that, how we are going to transport the particular information. And for physical, which data has to be, where the data has to be transmitted. That has to be taken care by this 4G LTE. Okay, we'll move towards the point number 5, that is of introduction to 5G. Introduction to 5G. The introduction to 5G is, that is 5th generation. Why? The 5th generation is of upcoming technology. The forthcoming upcoming technology for the mobile networks that has to be used for the betterment, the better quality, with a better connectivity, with a easily connection, and some of the features has to be used for 5G technology. You are seeing over here in the diagram the features of 5G technology. Which are the features of 5G technology? The 100 times you can connect for the more devices. For many number of devices, we can connect to this 5G network. Virtually, there will be zero latency. The zero latency is nothing but there should not be any delay. The delay is not there for this 5G technology. What is the speed? The speed of this is 10 gigabits per second. See the speed. Now we are using the 2 gigabits per second. The speed for 5G is 10 gigabits per second. Means what? The high speed has to be implemented for this 5th generation. We are having the wide range of applications for this 5G. Using this wide range of applications, we can do lot more of works by using this application of 5G. Connectivity is good, ubiquitous. Ubiquitous connectivity is nothing but the connectivity of this fifth generation is very high, very good. It required the upgradation of the software is required for 5G. There should be upgradation of the software is required for this fifth generation. Very high capacity. The capacity is good. If the capacity is good, the quality of service is also good. We can provide the good service to the almost all the users, almost all the peoples who is going to request the service. Faster responses in a fraction of seconds, in a milliseconds or a fraction of seconds, we get the responses. The main important thing is what we can connect this 5G network to the many number of devices. Many number of devices means what? How many number of devices we can connect? By sitting at one place, we can control your home. You can connect to your fan, you can connect to the refrigerators, okay, you can connect to the fridges, air coolers, everything, and lights on and off. You can, by sitting at one place, you can just install the one app in your mobile and you can control your home. If your fan is working, that you can immediately switch off by sitting at one location. That is what one of the applications. We can connect the 5G for hundreds of devices. What are the applications? The applications of this 5G is it is globally accepted. It is globally accepted. How the second generation, how the technology has been changing from fifth generation to first generation to fifth generation. All the technologies has been globally accepted. But the remaining technologies from 1G to 4G, the speed is less. The speed of those technologies are less. All those technologies are globally accepted. How the technology has been changes, how the year is going on, the technologies has been improved. So it is globally accepted. For the 5Gs, network ability is good. Everywhere you can get the network. How the 4G is getting anywhere, anytime you can use this 5G network by using your mobile phones, or you can connect the 5G to your computers, or you can connect to this 5G to your laptops also. More mobile number of devices you can connect. For this 5G, we are using the technology that is of Internet Protocol V6. That is IPv6 we are using for this 5G technology. So if you are using this 5G technology, that is using the technology IPv6, we can assign more and more number of networks in a particular zone. In a particular zone, we can assign more and more number of networks in a larger geographical area. In a larger geographical area. And this 5G technology is work like a worldwide Wi-Fi zone. Worldwide Wi-Fi zone. So what we are using the Wi-Fi. Where we get Wi-Fi, you immediately start using this Wi-Fi by using the code and everything. So this application of this 5G is what? You can use your 5G at anywhere. By traveling also you can use your Wi-Fi. That work is also going on this. It can be used for a world real Wi-Fi zone. That has to be used for. That is one of the most important application for this using 5G. And for this 5G technology, they are going to implement for the radio FM. That FM is going to improve by using this 5G. The FM technology is going to improve, and in between the some of the places we are getting the blur or not hearing properly. That has to be removed by this using 5G technologies. So by using this 5G technologies, and using the radio signals, the higher altitude has to be reached. The higher altitude has been reached by using this 5G technology. What are the advantages of this 5G technology? High resolution, better quality. Resolution is good, clear picture you are seeing, clear videos, clear movies. It is a 3D, I think. third dimension, 3 dimension, high resolution, better quality. It is bidirectional. The bandwidth is very high. Okay, and this technology is to gather almost all the networks in one platform. One platform is nothing but what? One monitoring station, and on our station we can get almost all the networks. That has to be gathered, almost all the networks in one platform. That has to be taken care by this 5G technology. And this 5G technology is more effective and efficient. It is cost effective. For initial stage, it is not a cost effective. At the initial stage, at the first year, when the 5G has been launched, the cost is more, I think. It is efficient, but it is going to provide a better and better quality of service. How the research is going on, how the work is going on day-to-day life, the technologies goes on improving for a better quality of service, to provide the better quality of service, and they are going to reduce the cost of that particular 5G. But at the initial stage, I think the cost of this 5G is little bit more. It is using the number of supervisors tools for quick actions has to be taken care. In the different countries in US, America, Australia, England, they have already launched the 5G technology. They are working on 5G technology. The research is also going on for improving the network and to reduce the cost. In India also, almost all it has been done, but it takes time to launch a 5G network. And it is operated on the gigabits. Gigabits is nothing but the 5G technology. The speed of the data is of 10 gigabits per second. The broadcasting data has to be, you can send a huge broadcasting data by using this gigabits, and it is going to support more than 60,000 of connections. It is going to support more than 60,000 of connections has to be used supporting for this 5G technology. It is easily manageable with the previous generations. He has written for easily manageable with the previous generations, but some of the old technology has to be removed by this previously we are using, that some of the networks, some of the IP networks where you have to remove some of the hubs, that has to be removed, whatever you are using then for this 4G. The 4G is going to support for 5G also, but some of the software has to be removed for upgrade. You have to upgrade those software for this 5th generation. Okay, it takes time, but the cost is also, it takes more cost to remove almost all the techniques, almost all the equipments. It is going to support for heterogeneous net services. More and more services has to be supported. It is to be used for private network also. The private people can also provide this 5th generation 5G networks. It is possible to provide in a uniformly for almost all the users, uniformly get the networks connectivity across the world. He has written across the world, the connectivity will be good. These are what some of the advantages has to be comes under this 5G. Just a minute. Disadvantages. You can see the diagram over here, the disadvantages. The disadvantages is what? The technology is still under process. It is still under process. The research is going on, and the cost is also very high cost. The infrastructure work is also remaining. It requires more better infrastructure for the connectivity. The issue is also security issue is also going to solve for this security. That has to be taken care by this. Disadvantages has to be comes under this 5th generation. Technology is still under process. Research on its variability is going on, and once the research has been taken place and they are going to finalize the cost of that particular 5G 5th generation, and what type of infrastructure has been required for this 5G, that is also finalized, and security, how the security has to be provided to the particular user. For this infrastructure, it requires high cost. So only the first 5G the technology has been launching by the Jio network, that is Ambani. So he's came forward and he's going to launch the 5G technology in next October or November month. Okay, this is what the introduction to 5G, applications of 5G, advantages and disadvantages. Okay, and the last part